do do a do 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 a do 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 do. Coffee with Cole. All right, this is Coffee with Cole. I'm Cole. Coffee's over there, and here's Stephen Gallion.
I brought my favorite mug from home.
Awesome.
Central Perk. My friends.
How do you like your coffee?
I like my coffee with creamer. I don't put sugar in it anymore. Try to stay away from that. You know, not really, but kind of. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty well.
Pretty well?
Quarantined, but you know,
Oh, yeah.
gotta do something to keep ourselves entertained.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've just been going to my parents just about every night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, since they shut all the restaurants down, me and my family went to Olive Garden.
Oh.
Took Nick with us. It was a good time.
One final.
Hurrah. You know, it's good. I like their salad. She came up to me, and me and Nick, we shared a meal. I don't know what it was called. It was some Italian word I can't say. But she's like, all right, now with that, would you like super salad? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Super salad. And then Nick's just like, salad. And I was like, I look at Nick like, what? Like, why not the super salad? And the lady's, oh, no, soup or salad. And I was like, oh. She just said it too fast. I was like, a super salad sounds great.
Super salad sounds amazing.
So we ate the salad. Yep. So.
Exciting times.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like Thursday night, I should have been in a theater watching A Quiet Place Part 2, but I was at my parents watching iCarly. That's what I did.
Well, we're here at Methodist Church in Golden, where we host Tuesday Church. You see the banner in the background here.
A youth group for the community.
Youth group for the community,
Yep.
as it is. So, when did you first start coming?
I think it was. Let's go back. Let me think. It was right around when Nathaniel started hanging out with me. I'm gonna guess 2012, 2013 maybe. So a good 7 years.
Yeah.
It's really crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Because I can remember coming and being like one of the little kids, and now here I am, one of the older people that gets to help out with like the stuff that goes on, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you said, you've been coming for like 7 years. I mean, I've been here since, I want to say like 2008, 2009.
Is that when it started?
It wasn't like
2000?
It wasn't like literally the very beginning, but it was pretty close to the beginning.
Yeah.
I think.
And that's because of Tommy.
Well, he started
He was the one
going
with Boomer.
He was friends with Boomer, and just started. More people started knowing about it, and I don't
Now
really
it's-
remember exactly how it all started, honestly.
Yeah. And it's crazy to watch it. I mean, we've talked about it all the time, but like it grows and then sometimes it shrinks and then it grows. But it's crazy how big it gets at one sometimes. There's like
And
a
at
lot
one
of people.
point, we had like 80 people.
Yeah. I don't know though I was here. Maybe so. I think so actually. Because I think I was there that one time. They said that we almost like maxed out. It was over at the other church. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I can actually remember my first time I came. I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I came with Ryan one time because he's like, let's go to Tuesday Church. Jacob said it's a lot of fun. So I went with him. And I was like, nah, dude, I ain't never doing that again. But I don't know what made me decide to go back one time. But then the one time we did go back, I brought Nathaniel. And it was the time we did like a youth rally or something over at the pavilion.
Yeah.
And they put us on like, what is that called? Like when we were giving the people the tickets when they walked in. Like not concession, but like we were like the ticket people.
Like ushers almost, or
Yeah. And so like it was so weird that like, we just like, came back and like he'd never been. This is like my second time they gave us this job. And from then on we were down.
Yeah, been coming pretty much ever since.
Pretty much ever since.
Yeah, I didn't know you did Boy Scouts ever.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, go ahead. What was that like? I have no idea.
I was in Cub Scouts actually. I think I started like when you start as like a tiger. You work yourself up to a wolf, then a bear, and then they call them like then you're not even an animal anymore. You're called like a Weebelo. There's like a Weebelo 1, And then there's a Weebelo 2. And then after you graduate Weebelo-ness, you become a Boy Scout. It's actually not something I talk about a lot.
Like I said, I've never heard you talk about it. And we've been
That's
living
kinda
together for, what, nearly a year now?
Almost. I was moved there in September.
You're the same age as my sister.
I am.
So for a long
little bit-
time, you were a little kid to me.
A little bit older. About like 1 month, I think. Savannah was giving Peyton a really hard time the other day. And I was like, you need to be careful because you never know who you're going to end up living with. I said, look, ask Nick. And Nick's like, yeah, that's true. And I was like, Nick's right. Nick loves me, but he has a hard way of showing it. He doesn't like to show it, but he does.
So you were homeschooled, right?
I was. Yeah. That's something else that's been coming up a lot at the feed store. Is parents, when they come in, they're, man, I don't know how people homeschool. I cannot deal with my kids being home all the time. And I'm just thinking, like, it wasn't a problem for us. I mean, I say that. My mom might have a different.
But you gotta think about it. Perspective.
I know there's definitely times my mom wanted to strangle me. I don't know which year would have been the hardest for me. There was one year, though, I failed math and English like 3 times. There's like one book I could not pass because I suck at that stuff. But I guess you do need to learn things. Mm-hmm. It's
A
important.
lot of it doesn't stay relevant after you get out of school.
Yeah. Well, we were always like plugged into church. So like we always like had people and then we had families, you know, like the Gonzalez's and the Lyles. There's like a million of them anyways. So it's not like you're like
Just
socially
you.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we turned out okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you start coming to stuff like this, like to the church. Mm-hmm. It's fine. But there are homeschoolers out there that when you meet, you're like, you were homeschooled, aren't you? But on the other side, how's public school? How did that do?
Public school was great. I mean, I never did anything else, so I don't really have
So you
anything
don't-
compared to. But I always say that I'm like the most homeschooled public schooler you're ever gonna meet.
That's what a lot of people say.
Most of my friends that I've hung out with, everything outside of school, were all homeschooled. It
know
was
that.
all church related.
They're doing like a live feed of it though. They say like on Facebook, you can watch it.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go to my parents and get on Facebook and watch church with them. Well, how awkward that could be. There's gonna be like no amens. Unless like, amen. And like you can see it pop up maybe. Like all the hearts. Amen, amen, amen. All pray
Can I get
hands.
some amens in chat, please? So here at Tuesday Church, you're a junior leader, correct?
Correct. I am. I don't know. This happened a year ago, maybe? Maybe a little bit over a year ago.
I think so.
There was maybe a birthday for either Boomer or Kelly. I don't know, it's supposed to be like a surprise birthday thing when we were supposed to have a meeting, but then it ended up being a birthday party. So then they postponed the meeting. And then we're like, because they're like, oh, we need to talk to y'all about something. So we went, and then it's like a surprise party, and they're like, we'll do that later. And we're all like, but we want to know what's going on. Like, I remember like me and Josh and Hannah and Emma just texting and being like, what the
what's
actual
going on?
heck? Yeah. Like,
That sounds like a very swope thing to happen.
yeah. We've gotten to help just do a lot of things. I know like we did like, Hannah and I have made signs. And I don't know, we've gotten to do a lot of stuff. I can't really think.
Head up the game sometimes.
Head up the games. It's a lot more like behind the scenes stuff. There's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens that people don't see. Oh, this!
Oh,
Josh
yeah.
and I did the logo thing. So like TC, Tuesday Church, Cross, Jesus. So I was like, that was pretty cool. And I sent it to him and
Yeah, it turned out really good.
yeah. And now I have a mug with the logo that I made on it. And it's pretty cool. I remember when I opened it that night and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Hey, every little bit helps. All the behind the scenes stuff is really important. Mm-hmm. So that's going to conclude the interview portion of all this. But now I've got a little bit of trivia to present, Star Wars trivia, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And Steven's, he's a fan, but he's not like a huge fan, but he's like watching Clone Wars now. And I think he's seen all the movies.
I've seen all the movies.
Okay.
And I've watched The Mandalorian religiously while it was coming out. I loved it.
Okay. Who was Luke's aunt and uncle?
Oh man, they lived on the planet with the blue milk and the 2 suns.
Yep, that's true. Do you remember their names at all?
There's that Ben. Would it be Ben?
That's not
I
correct.
think everyone has an Uncle Ben though, right?
Yeah, his aunt and uncle is Uncle Owen, and Aunt Beru.
Yeah, okay. Baru.
Eh.
First strike.
Okay, what was Count Dooku's Sith name?
Oh. Darn it. They're all Lord though, right? So it's like
Or
Lord this.
they're all Darth. Something.
Darth. I don't know.
All right, Count Dooku is Darth Tyrannus.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Like, so they only really say it a couple of times. They mainly just call him Count Dooku. What's the name of the planet that Luke went to? That was like he was like hiding on.
Dang, dude. What does it start with?
An A.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
It was Octo.
Octo.
It's pretty normal. Well,
You
that's
lose.
0
you suck
for
at
3.
Star Wars. State of Marvel. Don't watch any more Star
Terrible,
Wars. You're
terrible.
terrible. Horrible person.
That's all my water. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Of course. I hope there's
excited.
able to edit something useful out of all this.
Yeah, for real. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Like, subscribe, comment who you want the next guest to be. That's what y'all should do.
It's Coffee with Cole.
Da da da.